I think Australia's national broadcaster, the ABC, is obsessed with gender. Well, identity politics, particularly regarding women. They seem to talk about it constantly. Women, women, gendered violence, death of woman. Women feel underrepresented in politics. However, according to ABS data on parliamentary representation, the proportion of federal Australian parliamentarians who are women has reached record highs over the last 20 years. 57% of senators are now female. Presumably, this trend will continue. In an article released by the ABC today, family violence is never far from the headlines. What are the major parties doing to solve this national crisis? Although the title doesn't explicitly use the word gender, the term family violence is often, if not always, used euphemistically to refer to men committing violence against women. The first photo features a mural of deceased women, and the opening paragraph immediately sets the tone. In the 5 weeks since the election was announced, at least 5 Australian women have allegedly been killed by men. They also use other euphemistic terms, I don't know why they bother, to highlight violence committed by men against women. For example, as politicians crisscrossed the country on the campaign trail in recent weeks, gendered violence continued to make headlines. Only at the ABC. Gendered violence is such a loaded term, often used selectively to emphasise male-perpetrated crimes, while downplaying or underrepresenting cases where women commit acts of violence. They provide some examples. A woman was dragged from her home in Bankstown. Her body was found in a burnt-out car. Okay, you can also find recent cases of the opposite. For instance, from early 2025, women charged with murder after man's body found in burnt-out car in bush. 2 women allegedly murdered a man, yet ABC didn't mention that in their article. Another example they highlight, a mother of 4 was allegedly beaten to death by a man who was on bail and in breach of a domestic violence order. Again, there are examples of the reverse. Sydney woman accused of murdering and butchering husband before discarding his remains in bins around her home. And once again, they show a wall of deceased women, yet not a single man. It's as if men didn't die during that period. Of course, they only interview female experts. One is Rebecca Glenn, CEO of the Centre for Women's Economic Safety. The other is criminologist Dr. Hayley Boxall. But this isn't unique to these types of articles. Having followed the ABC for a long time, I've noticed a trend across many topics. They consistently feature as many female experts as possible. For example, in an article published a couple of days ago, why you should consider using AI if you've been avoiding it. A topic that is traditionally male-dominated, like most IT-related fields. It's unsurprising that the piece was written by a female journalist. The first expert featured is also a woman, Nikki Sweeney, CEO of AI consultancy business AI Her Way, a gender-focused AI company, no less. The article even specifies Dr. Sweeney, who lives on Yuin country on the New South Wales south coast. Who knows where Yuin country is? But this isn't about informing the audience, it's about showcasing how progressive ABC wants to appear. To be clear, I like this article, not to mention that I paid for it with my taxes, but I just don't appreciate the virtue signalling baked into it. The next expert is Sandra Peter, an associate professor at the University of Sydney. The final expert featured is Zina Assad, a senior lecturer at the Australian National University, located on Ngunnawal country. She's female, a minority, and lives on Aboriginal land. This article certainly doesn't shy away from identity box-ticking. One might think there are no men involved in the field of artificial intelligence. What's next? A Woman's Guide to Prostate Health by Olivia Carter. Or How Women Are Revolutionising Car Maintenance and Lawn Mowing by Charlotte Green. I suppose none of this is surprising if you look at the ABC's Diversity, Inclusion and Belonging Plan 2023 to 2026. They already have 55.4% female employees. Will they slow down and reverse the trend back to 50-50? I doubt it. They also have 55.4% of executive roles occupied by women. If equality is truly the goal, does that mean 5.4 percentage points of those women should lose their jobs? What do you think? Has the ABC taken its focus on gender too far?